That is way too zoomed in. Oh my gosh. Woo! There we go. Hey guys, it's Not Lambers Invoked 101. Welcome back. And I don't think you guys have actually seen this wall yet of the room. I think I might have shown it off. I got my new Transformers poster and my new Gorillas poster hanging up. That's cool. Recently, Benji of Legacy Crusaders sent a video to us in the YugiTuber Alliance chat, and it really piqued my interest. It was something that I felt was a nice take on what has kind of become a classic staple of YugiTubing now, and that is a new spin on sealed only. He's wanting to do singles only. So for to water it down, the premise is you have $30 to spend each week. And with that $30, you are only allowed to buy singles. Now there is a rule in his video which states that you are allowed to purchase cards from yourself simply by putting those cards into your TCG player cart and then subtracting that from the $30. This is what made me more interested, because as a more budget player, it's easier for me to go, oh, well, I have this card, I'll pick this card, blah, 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 blah. The only thing about this rule is that you can't pick the lowest version of that card. Like, say, if you have a secret Ash, you can't pick a common Ash. You have to pick that secret Ash. So, with that said, the deck I chose. The deck I chose is one I picked up today. I didn't think I was going to pick it up today, but I went into town and I was able to pick up all of it because just of how things happened. I picked MathMex. I'm really excited to play this. I'm going to show you guys what all I have for it so far and what I'm able to do with it for this first set of $30. Now, each week I'm going to do a part 2 to each of these videos, essentially doing a duel against someone else's singles only deck. With that, whoever wins gets a bonus $5 for the next week. So if, let's say, I play against Benji himself, who I believe is starting his series soon-ish, I don't know. But let's say I play against him, I win. Next week I'm able to do $35, and you also get rollover. So if you don't spend all 30, you get to add that to your next week's budget. So with that said, I'm going to take what MathMex out of here. We're going to take a look at the prices, and by jumping on the computer, we're going to see what exactly all we can get for $30 for MathMex. I'll see you guys on the PC. So now we're on TCG Player here, and I'm just going to type in MathMex to get us started. I do want to say that this isn't a deck that I've had like sitting around and haven't deck profiled. No, I legitimately picked this up today because Benji was like, hey, I want to do singles only. And I was like, you know what? Let me see. And MathMex was a deck that I hadn't played before, and it was something that I thought would be interesting. So these are all the main deck ones. Okay, so I have two editions. So we're just gonna open up my binder here. We're gonna set out the stuff that I do have. I don't have 3 editions right now. I only have 2, which kind of sucks because I know he's important. Now, I do have this guy, the Ambler, Alambertane, whatever he's called. I have him. I'm not going to be able to use him this week because I think he's just out of our price range to play the other things that I want to play. So, because I think he's like $22. So for the additions, wherever he is, there he is. We have 2 of him, and looks like he's going to be about $3.44. I'm going to pull up my calculator. So 3.44 times 2. So we're at $6.88. Cool. Sigma is 9 cents. We're gonna go with the lowest just to make it easier on ourselves. So Sigma's 9 cents. We do have 3 of him. Shout out to my boys Alex and Cody for hooking me up with some of these MathMex boys. So 3 Sigma. I believe he's the important one. Yeah, if you control no monsters in the extra monster zone. So he is 9 cents. So 0.09 times 3. That plus 6.88 we're at $7.15. So there's our 3 Sigma subtraction, which is basically the same card as addition. So at least we have 3 subtraction, at least until I can pick up some subtraction. Subtraction is 5 cents, so that's plus 0.15, plus 0.15. Oh, there we go. 7.3, so set the subtractions off to the side. I'll get the Balancer Lords later. I have 3 diameter. I think you're only supposed to play 2, but we'll throw in 3 just to try it. So plus, what is diameter at? He is 6 cents for the playset, so plus 0.06. Do I have any more main deck guys? Division, duplication, multiplication, division, and multiplication. 5 cents. Plus another 0.15. 7.51. Multiplication is 8 cents. 8, 16, 24. So plus 0.24. This is another reason I wanted to play Math Mechas, because I knew that they weren't too expensive, so I'd have a really flexible budget going into this. And then Nabla. Where is Nabla? Nabla. So I assume Sigma and Nabla go together, like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and then Sigma, Nabla, and then diameter. Which is weird that there's a diameter but no radius. Interesting. Interesting to me. You would think it'd be area and perimeter. I think that would make more sense to me, but anyways. Nabla is 4 cents. So 4, 8, 12 plus 0.12. So we're at about $8. I do have 3 equations. The superfactorial 9, 18. I only have 2 of that. I am gonna play my 2 factorials. So we'll put that in as an 18 cents because factorial is really cool. Even though I think I will only be able to play the 1 prime math mech or pre-math mech, we'll put that in as plus 0.15. And then I know that you're supposed to play equation. What does this do? Target a math mech in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, it gains 1,000 attack. We'll play 2. I have 3. I have 3, but we'll play 2. I'm also not going to include the price of sleeves because I do have a box of sleeves. I don't know if it's up here or it's right next to me. I do already have a box of sleeves. This I did not pick up today. These are just some spare ones that I have kind of sitting around. So this is 6 cents, so plus 0.12. Alrighty, so there's that. We're not gonna play the sword because I don't know what it does. You know what, we'll play a sword. We'll play 1. How much, what is it, 15 cents, oh my gosh. That's like the most for one of the singles. Wow, plus 15, oh my gosh. Alright, so there we go. And then I already put in the Nablas, times 3. Alright, Geo Math Mech. 39 cents and $1.19. So we're gonna play 2 of each of these just for the sake of everything. So $1.19 times 2, 30, 38? 38. Wait, 48. 248. Cool. 248 plus the 30 cents, it's gonna be 278. Cool. So plus 2.78. So we're at $11. We're a third of the way through our current budget. And that's for 2 of each of our synchros. So I think I have 3 here, but we're gonna go with 2. I have 3, but we're gonna go with 2 for now. If I need a third one, we'll purchase a third one next week. So let's get that in. And then I do only have the 2 magma, so. Now, the other thing I do need is Laplation. And Laplation and Signet Mining. Those are some really powerful things, and since I can't play Albertane, I need to be able to go into something. So Laplation is what we're gonna need to pick up for this one. So we're gonna go into Primath Mech. Oop, I cannot spell. Primath Mech. So this is Laplation, he's 2, this one's 2230. We don't have that in the budget. So, but we do have 268 in the budget easily. So since I only have the 1, plus 2.68. And that is going to be our only Laplation. Next week, we're definitely going to have to pick up that Albertane because that is one of the strongest cards in this whole deck. Laplation is okay, and it's what we're going to have to go into, but look, nothing's going to be able to top Albertane. gonna have to play a little weaker than we are currently. So let's get the Balancer Lord and the Sign Up Minings next. Those are two really important cards for this strategy. Megaton 20, they are about $1 a piece, so that's what I'm gonna go for $1 since their lowest is 95 cents. We're gonna just round that right up to $1. So we're gonna do +3 right on there, and that gives us our 3 Sign Up Minings for our deck. So we're at just under $17. We also need a Splash Mage and a Cyber's Wicked. Both of those, Cyber's Wicked specifically is really strong in this strategy. So we're definitely gonna wanna be able to play him. And he does only have 1 printing and he's like 10 cents. 9 cents, whoop-de-doo. We'll round that right up to 10, just to be generous. Okay, let's get, did we get the Balancer Lords? Oh no. We need, oh no, that's a card that's definitely gonna be needed. Mystic Fighter Super Rares, they're 30s, so that's about $1 for all of them, so we'll just do +1. Okay. Yeah, okay, so cool, there's our 3 Balancer Lord. Now the other card I'm playing 3 Parallel Exceed and 2 Pot of Desires. I feel like those are gonna be kind of pricey, so let's look at the Pot of Desires real quick. Because so I have a rare and a common. If I need to put in the rare and the common, I will. But the ones I have put in the binder right now are, they are Ultras. So let's see, 2017 Megaton Ultras. They are $2.50. At least I'm not the secret rares. The commons are 60 cents, but I think we can do, is that 5? Ooh, that would be $5. I already have these ones out and I'm lazy. So we have $7 left. I have no clue how much transcode is gonna be. This actually might be a card we have to leave out. He is $1. I didn't know transcode was in maximum gold. I don't think I have a maximum gold one. If I did, I would play that one because he's only 10 cents. But I have the $1 one. Ooh, well, he's 90 cents, so plus 0.9. We have to play that one. That's the one that I have right here. And then finally, the last extra deck card I have is Rasterliger. So Rasterliger is a super rare from Fist of the Gadgets. He's 8 cents. This is what we're gonna use for access code talker, basically. If you don't know what Rasterliger does, he's really interesting in the way that he works, and he works very similarly to access code. In fact, he has just about the same materials. It's 2+ monsters except tokens, so you can make him using Update Jammer and Transcode Talker. It says you can target a link monster in either graveyard. This card gains attack equal to that target's attack until the end of this turn. So instead of gaining attack equal to its link rating times 1,000, this one just straight up gains its attack. So he's going to be able to be just a touch smaller than what access code would be, but he's still going to be pretty beefy because he's going to be gaining 23 off of that transcode talker. And then it says you contribute any number of your monsters this card points to, destroy an equal number of cards in the field. You can only use each effective raster once per turn. And he has the same arrows as access code. So what does kind of suck is that the max he can actually pop is 3. But you do have to sack them, which does kind of suck. But if he's up here and you put Link Devotee below him, you can still tribute it, get tokens, and then go into that. So there's a reason that we're playing him. He is basically budget access code. And for 8 cents, yeah, definitely worth adding into our deck. So we're at 24.54, so we're getting pretty close. I also have a Cosmic Cyclone and a Call by the Grave set out. So after this, I'm going to count up what all I have for the deck because I actually don't know how many cards I'm playing. And then we'll get back and we'll try and find some filler to fill in this deck. 26.30. And with that, I will see you guys in a second. I'm about to count up all the cards that we have for this deck so far. And after I'm done doing that, I will see you guys at the desk. Alright, so now we're back on the desk and we have the deck in front of us. I did add in one more card, bringing our grand total up to $28.82. And for shipping, we'll just say that it was whatever is left out of the 30. So I think that's $1.18. Sure, whatever. Even though that totally wouldn't be. I got a Link Rebo. I added in a Link Rebo. This is one of the most important cards that you do with the Link Devotee, I believe. So I'm not going to do too in-depth on this. I'm just going to talk about why it's good in the deck. And then these are also just some tokens, because I know that Link Devotee summons tokens, so I grabbed these tokens. I believe these are Mio's sheep tokens that she's not using right now, so I hope she doesn't mind. I also hope she doesn't mind I used her petrol sleeves. I'll have to buy her some more. So moving into the monsters, let's be real quick about it. I am playing 3 Sigma because he summons himself. That's essentially it. If you don't control a monster in the main monster, in the extra monster zone, sorry, you get a special summon this card from your hand. He's also a tuner. Really good card, really cool card. Then I'm playing 2 Addition. Addition is the one I need to get a third of, and I'm definitely going to be able to do that next week once we roll into the next $30 cycle, potentially $35 cycle, depending on how our match goes. But yeah, so his effect is target a face-up monster on the field, can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of his turn except Cybers. Also special summon this card from your hand, but it can't attack, and if you do, that targeted monster gains 1,000 until the end of this turn. This can target opponent's monsters, which is kind of neat, so we might be able to play Ragna Zero, but it locks us into Cybers, so probably not. And but yeah, it can target opponent's monsters, target your monsters. He's really good in that aspect. We are playing 3 Diameter, which this third one is probably going to become a 3rd edition later on. That or the Nablas are just going to come straight out, and I'll talk about that when we get to Nabla. Diameter says when this card is normal summoned, not if. You can target a level 4 Cybers monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it can't activate its effect. Mathmech monster that was Synchro or Xyz summoned using this card on the field gains the following effect. Once per turn, during the turn this card was special summoned, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, negate that effect. Really cool, you can negate that effect. Really cool card, it gives you Anti-Nibiru, basically. Then we play Subtraction. This is literally the same card as Addition. It's exactly the same, except it's minus 1,000. So, me and Cody, who Cody told me a little bit more about this deck, he told me about this card and whatnot, and so it's just the same exact card as Addition. After that, we have 3 Division, which I don't know what he does. It says you contribute a Cybers monster you control in the extra monster zone, special summon up to 1 level 4 Cybers from each your hand and graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a face-up monster on the field. Its attack becomes halved. So, there's that one. Then we have Multiplication. These 2 aren't super great. From what I'm seeing, Division isn't super great, and this next one isn't super great either. I don't know about Multiplication, but Nabla is not very good. But Multiplication says you can target a level 4 Cybers monster you control. Its level becomes 8 until the end of this turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a 1 Cybers monster you control in the extra monster zone. Its attack becomes doubled. So this guy actually kind of seems like he has a place. You can make a guy become 8 and go straight into Final Sigma, I believe. Yeah, because Sigma's generic. Ooh. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. And if there's a rank 8 Cybers ever released, that'd be kind of neat. But yeah, and then we have Nabla, who I think is the worst one. I really do think this one's really bad. Nabla says you contribute a Cybers monster, special summon 1 Mathmech from your deck. And then it says if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a Cybers monster you control in the extra monster zone. It can make up to 2 attacks. So, which is kind of neat. I just don't like this one per se. I like Multiplication a little bit more. Division, I also am not a big fan of. So these 3 might become, these 9 cards might become other things in the future. But for now, it's what we'll play. I am playing 3 Balancer Lord, who gives you a bonus normal summon for the cost of 1,000, which is really cool. And then if he's banished, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So that's pretty cool. And then for the last monster, 3 Parallel Exceed to get extra bodies on board that are level 4 to go into other things. You can synchro 2 of these plus 1 of the level 4 tuners into Sigma if you really want to. You can also just you can also just make them go into Laplacian, who I believe is the one we're playing right now. But yes, that is it for the monster lineup. Moving to these spells and traps. They could also become hand traps in the future. If we end up doing that stuff, I think that might be what we have to end up doing. We play 3 Signet Mining, of course. This gets us our really important monsters for the deck. It gets us Sigma, gets us Diameter, God. It gets us Subtraction, all that good stuff. Then I'm playing 1 Billion Blade Nayuta. This says the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster. During damage calc, you can send a math mech from your deck to the graveyard. The equipped monster gains attack equal to that monster's attack until the end of this turn. So it can get, so let's see, send a math mech. This has 1,000, this has 1,000. Do they all have 1,000? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, do they all have 1,000? This one has 15, Division has 15. Who is the strongest one? Division is the strongest one, so you'd want to send Division. Wow. So that must be, so there we go. That's pretty cool, and then it says if this card leaves the field, this card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard. You target a math mech card in your graveyard, except Billion Blade, add it to your hand. Then I'm playing 2 Equation. Equation is a monster born, and then it gives it 1,000, and then you can only activate 1. So, but it gains 1,000 until the end of the turn, which is kind of nice. So, I'm playing 2 Pot of Desires and 1 Cosmic Cyclone. I definitely want to bump up the Cyclones in the deck, but 1 is what I had for now, as well as 1 Called By. That's it for the spells. Desires is mostly just to dig through the deck as well, just get us more draws and whatnot. So, and then finally for the traps, I'm playing 2 Super Factorial. This says target up to 3 math mechs in your graveyard with different names, then activate one of these effects. You either special summon them, but their effects are negated, and then immediately after this effect, synchro summon with them, and shuffle the materials into the deck instead of sending them to the grave, or special summon them, their effects are negated, and then immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon a math mech using only those monsters, which the Xyz summoning is much more useful than the synchro summoning, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes it could be really cool just to slap a Sigma on your opponent's board during their turn. I think that'd be kind of funny, but yeah, mostly this is to go into Laplacian on the opponent's turn. And then I'm playing 2 Induction. I feel like in this, Induction is kind of good, especially for just starting out. Induction says, all Cyberse monsters you control gain 500 attack. If you control a math mech monster, you can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. So, really cool, just a pop and a buff for a little bit while we have it. That's it for the main deck. Moving into the extra. Real quick, no side yet, of course. We're playing 2 Magma. He's a level 8 Synchro Cyberse tuner, which is really cool that he's a tuner monster. I think it's actually the beefiest, this might be the highest level Synchro tuner. Who else is there? There's the other level 8 one. Lifestream Dragon. That's also a level 8 Synchro tuner. It says, when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target up to 2 cards when your opponent controls. Destroy them. Really cool. And then it says, if this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can add 1 Math Mech Spell or Trap from deck to hand. That's kind of neat. This guy is the main thing that that attracted me to this deck. This is, aside from the price, of course, being really cheap, and I'd be like, oh, I can just build the whole deck on the first go. This is the other thing that really attracted me to the deck. The level 12 Final Sigma. It says, unaffected by card effects except Math Mech cards while in the extra monster zone, which is really nice. Just being able to have this 3k unaffected dude in the extra monster zone is really strong. It says, if this card in the extra monster zone battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts is doubled. And then it says, if this card is destroyed by battle or destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can add a Math Mech card from deck to hand. So, on top of being a towers-like monster, he is also a floater. So, really cool on that one. And then we have Laplacian, which is their Xyz. I don't have the other one currently. I do, but I can't use it currently because it didn't fit in the budget. He's a little too expensive right now, but next week he's definitely going to be one of the cards we pick up. So anyways, Laplacian says he needs 3 level 4 monsters, and then it says if a Math Mech cards you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can detach a material from this card instead. If this card is Xyz summoned, you can detach up to 3 materials, then choose that many effects. You cannot choose the same effect twice, and you resolve them in the listed order, skipping any that were not chosen. It says, send a random card from opponent's hand to the graveyard, always nice. Send 1 monster your opponent controls to the graveyard. Send 1 spell and trap your opponent controls to the graveyard. So this is a really cool card, like if your opponent starts going off in their main phase, right before they hit battle phase, or like right after they search something, you can special this off of the trap card and detach 2 to send a monster and send a random card in their hand. So really nice card right here, really interesting and definitely really cool to summon on the opponent during their turn. Then we have Link Devotee and Link Disciple. This is a little draw and tribute engine. So what this does, you Link Summon this, then Link Summon this. You activate his effect to tribute this, you draw a card, put a card back, and this will summon 2 tokens. But it also prevents you from going to Link 3 or higher, but that's okay, because during that turn, we're probably trying to go into these guys. So there we go. And also to just make sure those tokens are effect monsters, we have Link Kribo, because they are level 1 tokens, I believe. Level 1 light 0/0, then there's no restriction on it. It's kind of like our own version of Link Cross. I'm playing Splash Mage for the revive. Cyber's Wicked because he protects from targeting and destruction, I believe. It says this Link Summon card can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. It's Dryden proof. I remember that. And it says cards this card points to can't be destroyed by card effects, which makes everything else Dryden proof. So really good against that kind of deck. Then of course we have Update Jammer, and to go with him, Transcode, and to make both of these work, we have Rasterlager, who I mentioned earlier is kind of our budget access code talker. Because what you'll do is you'll transcode, bring back the Update Jammer, and then link both of these for 4 into Rasterlager. Rasterlager will target the transcode, making him 43, and he'll be able to swing for pretty high damage. It's how we're going to be able to get over certain things. But yeah, with that all said, that is my current singles only deck list. Let me know what you guys are thinking right now. Let me know if there's any cards that I'm missing for next week aside from Ambertane or I hate that card's name. But yeah, so I think we got something pretty good here going, and we'll see just how good it is whenever we play against our opponent in part 2. So hopefully one of the guys will get back to me on that soon. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in part 2 of Singles Only.
We'll be right back.